I paid $4,000 in software that never launched. Let's start with the mistake. So when I first got the idea to build a software, I was all gun-ho and ready to take charge like I normally am. And I went on Fiverr, found a really good developer. We clicked, I asked him some questions, I saw his reviews, everything looked great. And we got together and I told him what I wanted to build and we started working. This particular software was going to be used for e-commerce owners and was going to be listed on Shopify. So while he was building and we would be meeting, I was on the other end building the website, putting together the documentation, getting the short form videos created to teach users how to use the software, getting all the things developed and created so that once it was rolled out, it would be all together and there would be no stones left unturned. See, I am a logistics person and I know inventory. I know what the product is supposed to do, but I don't know the development code right inside. So I hired somebody to do that. What I quickly learned is that I also didn't know the business launching element side of it either, because instead of me being a tech guru like I thought, I was still at the beginning stage. Another part of the mistake I made was not realizing that Shopify actually has its own inventory management system on the back end, but that didn't mean that I couldn't create one. I just needed to do one that was going to be different from theirs, or at least find the gap or the missing link, which I thought I did, because when I look at Shopify's inventory management system on the back end, as an inventory management expert, I know exactly what it's supposed to do. But to the average business owner who has a small business that has a store on Shopify, they don't know how all the bells and whistles. And so I thought that my unique selling point would be to make a user-friendly database or interface, and then it would just sell. But on the day that the listing went live, it went live to crickets. And months went by and it still was crickets. But then I realized that in order to get my listing ranked on the Shopify store, the app store, I would have to pay for ads. Well, I didn't understand the ads, and I'm a person that likes to try to figure things out, at least to get a basic understanding of it before I go out and hire somebody. So I spent lots of time, and even though Shopify gave $100 credit, I was trying to use the credit to better understand the way that the ads ran, and up until this point, I still didn't figure it out. So here I am thinking I'm a guru, having invested $4,000 for a software, plus paying a monthly retainer for my developer to stay on board as technical support with no customers. But I have not given up. I am now working on, so since then I have changed my target audience, because I realized that most of the people that I was targeting on Shopify were actually not my ideal customer, and that I already had the experience in the target audience, which is boutique hotels, of who I am reaching out to target with my software now. So the creative side of me is allowing myself to really hone in on my unique skills, my personality, all those things. And so I'm trying to make sure that I don't move too fast. And I'm also allowing myself to test the waters this time instead of investing and jumping in feet first. I'm also allowing myself the time to use the back end system so that I can learn how to properly do outreach and conduct market research before I invest a large amount of money and time and resources. So this is my journey, and I'm going to share with you the wins and the valuable lessons that some people consider losses, but I feel like each lesson has taught me, each loss or lesson has been a key for me to move to the next level. So if you aren't already following me, subscribe to my YouTube channel and I will return the follow.